Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Elite FPL, baby!
Viewer discretion is advised. Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
And here we are for the Sunday surgery. Steve-O, we're live. Do not swear. Do not swear.
What intro was that? Come on.
Well,
Come for yourself.
I'm coming down with something, Steve-O.
Yeah.
And you know,
wild card itis.
Well, no, this week was never really the subject of my wild card, and this again, I think it's a bit silly to, rate my wild card based on this week's score. I mean, I was incredibly fortunate to get the points I did yesterday, and I think ultimately it was always the plan to set myself up for the double game week and then have enough players to cover me in the single game week, like I said on the stream. A bonus. This is merely a bonus this week. Having whatever happens. Put some crows there on the. Here we go. Put some crows up on the fucking screen for all the fucking dickheads in the chat who've got a good score and they never see him again. Here we go. Some crows. Fucking crows in the chat. Crows in the chat, Steve-O. Watch out for the crows in the chat. Fucking hell. You know who you are. Seen some faces already. They had a good game week. They're coming out of the fucking woodwork. Never to be seen again. Other than that, I'm having a good day, as you might be able to tell.
I'm just looking at your team. I mean, ironically, you're in exactly the same position as me. You've got 9 blank game weekers, and I'll have. Well, you'll probably have 10 in blank game week 26 total players, I'm guessing. Or are you going for a full 11?
Well, obviously the Luke Shaw situation is.
That was tactical, wasn't it?
I don't think it was, mate. Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game?
Hold on.
That was not tactical.
I thought it was tactical, but then
no, mate. Playing Lindelof, in that position, you could tell it was like a fish out of water, mate. It was literally like Diaby was having so much fun on the right hand side.
Well, him and Bailey. I mean,
Bailey and and Diaby. To be fair, when he came on, he was having so much fun running down that right hand side. I just thought it was only a matter of time before.
Shame they couldn't capitalise.
Well, I thought they did. I thought they did have opportunities to put the game to bed. And apart from Ollie Watkins literally shooting straight at Onana every opportunity he had, I think Onana had a good game. He made a couple of good saves that were really important. The game was both teams set up very similarly. They were both doing the playing at the back stuff where they try and coax the opponent to press them, to bring them out of position, to try and pass around them. And I think Rashford had a good game. I was quite happy with him. We had a couple of chances that I thought, if we'd have been a bit more, if we'd have thought more about the build-up, or the final pass again, comes down to the final pass, we could have maybe got that third. But yeah, other than that, I'm happy. I'm happy with the result that Man United got the win, which is the most important thing, that we didn't fall further behind. And just step by step, I want to see the signs of improvement. I think midfield is a massive chasm. A lot of space in midfield still, but it is what it is at the moment. McTominay coming on, give him credit, he scored.
I think Aston Villa fans, I know you're here, Karma Baby, I think you need to be worried. Your results have been appalling since since your draw against Sheffield United on the 22nd of December. You lost to Man United. You just beat us with a 110th minute penalty. But take that in mind. I know a win's a win, but you just about got past us. You beat Middlesbrough 1-0. You then drew with Chelsea and Everton 0-0. You lose to Newcastle 3-1. You beat Sheffield United 5-0. You then lose to Chelsea and Man United. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But from what I saw with Aston Villa today, I was thinking, certainly the first 60 minutes, I was thinking, how the hell is this team even fifth as of today? How is it fifth? Because I saw nothing from them whatsoever. They've got some very skillful players in Bailey and Ramsey, and McGinn's pulls everything together, and Douglas Luiz, a great passer of the ball. But Watkins, I don't even know what Watkins does apart from pull players out of position. Like up front,
he wasn't holding the ball up that well at all, and you could see Emery was going absolutely skits.
Can I just make this point though? Man United looked like they actually look like a team. I'm not suggesting it looked particularly great in attack. Very good at counter-attacking team, but not like they don't look like they're a team that like to attack. They're more than happy to just sit back, soak up everything, and then we got Garnacho.
That's about right. Rashford. Yeah, that's basically what we've been doing all season. Yeah. So look at this. Here we go. Yeah, nice one. Would you want to say hello to people in the chat? Who's here? Hello to Karma Baby. Hello to Haggis. Hello Animations. Adam's here too. Mr. V. Danny Boy. Stevie Goddard's here. What No Graphics. Jojo. Denver. We've got Reno Mirani DJ. We've got Odin. We've got Shiger here too. We've got John Jack. Geddy. Dazid. SJ. Hello to everybody. What's your overall rank? Says FPLG. I don't really know. I think I was 295,000 yesterday, but now I'm according to FPL Gameweek, I'm 545,000. And Stevo, you are, because it really matters.
I think the game's already updated. I think it's all done. Everything's in.
Yeah, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm looking on this. What do you mean?
Well, everything's done. The game's literally updated. It's done. So there's no need to go on to my projected is this. I've already seen where my rank is.
1.303?
Yeah.
1.3 million. So that means that I've got twice I'm twice as good as Steve-O, obviously, because my rank is half as his score. So you should, because it's really important, by the way, rank. Sorry.
Well, it is within the mini leagues, but in the overall grand scheme of things, I literally just give up help. I give up hope with life when it comes to this blasted game.
A friend of yours is in the chat. I think it's Yelena.
Oh, is she?
And
there'll be no Big Mac chat tonight, I'm afraid.
What?
Her and Az were doing an impromptu stream the other day, and I was like, may as well listen in. And literally, as I listened in, her and Az were talking about Big Macs, and it was just hilarious.
Big Macs. I've actually made a promise to myself to never go to McDonald's again.
Well, yeah.
I have had nothing but bad experiences in the last 3 trips to McDonald's in the last 4 months. I have had to wait 45 minutes on one occasion. I've had my order forgotten about on the other. And on the third one, I got what was signature burger, whatever, some tower, I don't know, barbecue sort of signature, with the temporary meals that they do.
Nice.
For every now and again, they do the promotions, don't they, with these burgers? I looked at it on the screen. I was like, that looks really nice. I'll order that because I get bored of Big Macs because they look like shit anyway. And I sit down and they bring it to you, table service. I mean, how good is that at McDonald's? Hey, table service, and it literally looked like someone had just thrown it together within 2 seconds. Probably true, and they'd messed all of the garnish all over the box, sauce everywhere. I just thought this is ridiculous, and I'm paying like what $7.99 or whatever it is nowadays for. And I think you can go to a proper burger place and get a decent burger for that. And I'm saying now I have promised myself that I'm not going to go to McDonald's because
Yelena and Az, they proclaim that they can eat what was it, 8 Big Macs. Now FPL Juice set a challenge and went, we'll do it live on air. Now, the last time I saw Yelena eat on air, it was just this.
What, being delicate and careful?
If you eat Big Macs, you've got to be... None of this. I've got to be polite.
To be fair, like if somebody set me a challenge to eat 8 Big Macs, what I would probably do is I'd probably like hand press them down into small, bite-sized chunks, because
whatever Beard Meats Food does, you copy it.
Compact them down as much as you possibly can. Getty FPL saying, I loved Steve-O and FPL Juice show lately, very, very good. Yeah, I mean, it's been a great treat for a lot of the Elite FPL audience to not only discover FPL Juice and what they do over there, but also to see Steve-O in a studio, in an actual studio, in an actual light environment where you can actually see him properly.
Hate them.
Well, hate what?
Stand them.
What, FPL Juice? Yeah. Eating out isn't just not worth anymore. I'm now all about the grocery store. I mean, a little story. So myself and my wife went out with our little one to go for a meal for our anniversary. Our anniversary was the end of January, and she had a voucher to use towards a few of the notable restaurants. And we went to Ask Italian. And I thought, I've never been there before. Let's go to, yeah, sure. Went there, got a 3-course meal. Wasn't overly, it wasn't ginormous, but obviously it was a luxury or whatever. And for the 3 of us, it came to over, I think it was £108 or something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, probably won't be doing this very often.
The 3 pieces of tagliatelle, a bit of spaghetti, and meatball. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's like I didn't even realise James was going to. So underneath the studio, there's a really pretentious, posh cafe called Gale's. Very, very, very upmarket places that I don't want to be in. And they charge an absolute fortune for, like, say, cookies or croissants and whatnot. So I'm guessing that a muffin in there, I don't know for fact, I'm guessing a muffin in there, just a single muffin, is about £2.50 or £3.
Yelena in the chat has said, I ate 4 McChicken sandwiches in 10 minutes and it's given me unlimited confidence to devour 8 Big Macs. Do you know it's bad enough when you eat like 1 Big Mac and your body, you feel like you owe an apology to your body afterwards. You're like, I'm really sorry about that. Imagine eating 8 of them. You'd be checking yourself into a detox clinic. Like,
there are terminologies. I mean, there's a lady involved here. I'm not going to go into it. Yeah, it's very... This is an FPL show, by the way.
This is an FPL show. If you're tuning in, we are going to be discussing the events of this weekend. And
Sunday?
Obviously, we have a game tomorrow, which some people have got some assets in. I don't.
What Palmer?
Well, yeah, but the way it's going now, he's going to end up getting himself a double-digit haul. And because I went with...
Hopefully.
Barkley. Yeah, great. Nice one, Jay. You know everything you need to know about FPL.
I must admit, like, funny enough, Yelena's actually brought Haaland back, but she forgot to captain him. Whereas I didn't captain him, and I've only missed out on 6 points. So really, I look at my team and I go, well, even if I captain Haaland, it really doesn't matter. It's just a 6-point difference. It's the players like Watkins that have really frustrated me. Luton conceding 3 goals. That Neto... I haven't seen it, to be honest. That Neto disallowed assist for whomever it was. That was a 5-point swing or whatever it was in your favour. And yeah, Richarlison doing nothing. Surprise, surprise. Don't worry, all these players will be doing something next week. It always happens. Always happens.
Firetog's coming into the chat swinging. Anyone wildcard out Saka and Saliba? He's asked.
Well, hold on a minute. Have you looked at his bench, Jason? He's got is Gabriel on the bench? I think he's got.
I think there's probably a lot of benches that have got. Mr.
Arsenal, Reed is
Gabriel or Saliba or Saka Reed,
or he's got Ake and Gabriel. And did you see the Ake assist? I don't even know how the flaming hell they even classify that as an assist.
I didn't see it. No.
Piss off. I don't even know what he did to earn the assist, basically.
Typical FPL assist, then. Pretty much.
Yeah, I generally don't know what he did to get the assist for Haaland's goal. No one can say that he passed it to him because he did not pass the ball to him. I think it literally took a lucky deflection off his left boot, and it just by pure fortuitous luck, it landed at Haaland and he smashes it in the back of the net.
Reminder that there's going to be calls tonight if you want to come and chat with us. You may do, you may not. We are in the on-air channel in the Discord and waiting for you to come join. Steve-O isn't, but you will in a minute. And yeah, can we just talk about the West Ham Arsenal game? What the hell happened there? No, I didn't. No. So I was monitoring it whilst out shopping, and I was getting alerts on my phone. And because the signal in the place that I shop is not very good, like most supermarkets, it's sketchy. And I was just getting updates like every now and again, and I'd get like 3 goal updates come through at once. I'm like, what is going on? And I just saw that before half time, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but the majority of the way through the first half, it was 0-0. And then all of a sudden I got was it 3-0 at half time?
4.
It was 4-0 at half time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got loads of goal alerts come through before half time. Like 3 goal alerts came through at once before the other one. And I was like, what is happening? I thought my phone was broken. But it was just getting bad signal. And I just saw that Saka had got a goal, a penalty, I believe, and an assist. And I was like, oh, this is just great. This is just... It could have been a lot worse, though, in a 6-0.
You didn't get an assist, you got 2 goals.
Oh, did he? You got 2... Oh, right, I thought he had an assist. Okay, no, 2 goals, sorry. Not goal and assist, 2 goals. But it could have been a lot worse in a 6-0. He could have got more than just 2 goals. He didn't get any assists.
Well, he was anonymous, to be completely frank. it was all set piece goals.
Really?
William Saliba with a cross from a corner from Declan Rice. Obviously, a set piece from the penalty for Saka. The Gabriel set piece. The Trossard goal. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that was a very fortuitous goal. Very well. I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal. They were brilliant, but the Declan Rice goal again, it was just a bullet shot from out of nowhere because Trossard and Odegaard messed up. They were going to get the ball from Ben White, but for some reason they were like, we don't want to touch the ball. And then Declan Rice just came out of nowhere and just smashed it into the back of the net. The Saka goal, do you know what? I can't even remember it, to be honest with you. But Arsenal were just really, 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 really dominant today. West Ham just couldn't cope with them. It wasn't like last week where Arsenal were, in my opinion, pretty average and they just took advantage of a really poor Liverpool team. This was a really, really good Arsenal team playing against just a normal West Ham team that just couldn't cope. The tactics completely failed. But it was the set pieces that kind of, ironically, that caught West Ham out. And I was just hoping for more. I was hoping after the 60, well, I've got it in front of me after the 65th minute. I was hoping it was going to end 8-0 or something, but unfortunately it didn't. And
quite often is the case, isn't it? Quite often the case, all the goals go in and they just take the foot off the pedal in the second half. They don't need to bust a gut to get goals today and risk getting injuries and stuff.
I really enjoyed the game. I generally did like it, and I wish Arsenal.
And just to remind everybody, you didn't have any assets in that, did you?
Did I, heckers? No.
So, how dare you enjoy a football game if you've got no FPL assets in it, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, Arsenal fans, if you're in the chat, if there's anyone in the chat that's an Arsenal, your thoughts on that, and West Ham, just shocking, really.
Well, since this Calvin Phillips has joined them on loan, he came. What was it? I'm sure he came off the bench in a match for one of them. And it was a mistake that he cost, which conceded a goal. And then since then, basically in the last 7 matches, they haven't won once. They've had 4 draws and 3 losses. It's absolutely awful. In the last 2 games, they've conceded 9 goals: 3 against United, 3 against Arsenal.
Yeah, I won't be getting any
Forest away
anytime soon. Okay, so we've talked about the games today. Is anyone in the waiting room in the Discord? I don't want this to go on for too long today because I'm just literally wanting to get up. I've got to be up at like 5 a.m. So Animation's here to talk about his team, and I'm sure he's here to talk about his score. Animations.
Oh.
Hello.
You guys all right?
Not bad.
-12 paid off.
Yeah, I mean, today Watkins getting nothing. I mean, the Luton double up didn't go as I thought it would. Yeah, obviously the other moves as well. And Trent getting the assist. But yeah, with the main points I was just going to comment and talk about was which Liverpool asset now, if Trent, the apparent rumours are with Trent that he's going to be out for 2 months. Would you risk it and get a Robertson?
Where is that rumour come from?
Well, I don't think it's legit. I just seen it. I saw it on Twitter earlier today that apparently some Indian source like FPL account.
I would take it with a massive pinch of salt. Don't get scared into do a move right now. Wait.
No. I'm not gonna make any moves right now. I'm gonna obviously wait for the updates on Trent and Bradley and other options from Liverpool. But like as currently with my team, I will currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd have 8 doublers this current week, and then in 26.
You're gonna roll. You're gonna roll this week and next.
Yes. So this week I'm gonna roll, and then next week I'm probably even gonna do a -4 to get to 10 players to 26, or I'll go in with 9.
Good team, Steve-O, on the screen right here. He's got all the popular picks, really, hasn't he? And certainly Gabriel and Saka coming through for you today is just the icing on the cake. Obviously, the The one thing is the captain of Haaland you missed out on, but I think, to be honest with you, 77 points, even regarding the -12, it's still very, very, very good score this week, and probably a small green arrow. I think you're setting yourself up quite nicely for the upcoming game weeks. Obviously,
I was going to say there's only 6. You've only got 6 players for game week 26 as it stands.
He's
right
going
now.
to do. He's going to do.
I'll have
-4.
more, Stevo. I would have Areola, Gabriel, Estepinian, and then I would have. So what's that? 1, 2, 3. And then I'd have Foden, Saka, Haaland, and Tony. So how many is that?
7.
Yeah, so I'd have 7. Yeah, so then
Plus
obviously
the 3 that you're going to get him with the -4. You have 10.
Yeah. So I'd get rid of Jota and Darwin. That's a done deal for me.
Yeah.
It's just a case of what striker do I get?
Would it be Solanke maybe, or no, he's not, is he?
No. So the decision I would have in
26, right? For 26, yeah.
Yeah. So 26, the decision would be: would I get Solanke in for the 28 game and then get Watkins in 29, or do I get Watkins for the fixtures that are in front of me, and then do I get Watkins for that? That's the decision I would have, and then obviously Jota would just be Bruno Fernandes, Neto, and then obviously Trent could be any defender. It's just
Well, Steve-O, what's your thoughts on his attacking decisions for
I might
the
be waiting on the news about
Jan.
Trent. I mean, if he is out for a period of time, it means that I'm not going to be doing anything. I just don't care about this Liverpool defender for game week 25. I really do not care less. It's just the fact that it's Trent Alexander-Arnold and I want him in. If I can't get him in, then I'm not going to get anybody. So that means I'm going to have 2 free transfers for 26, which means I'm going to be bringing in Højlund. Well,
all I'm going to say is that if Trent does turn out to be injured, that the decision to go with Virgil is actually could end up being the right one. But yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, just wait and see. I mean,
not really. Brentford are going to score against Liverpool. In fact, I think Brentford could even beat Liverpool. And then they're up against Luton, where I'd expect that to be. I don't know why I've got it in my head like 3-2 to Liverpool. I don't know why. It's just the way Luton are playing at the moment. They're just playing with no fear. And I just have this gut instinct that Luton are going to score 2, like that Fulham game where it ended 4-3 or 5-3 or whatever it was. I don't know. I just have this feeling that Luton are going to do the same to Liverpool, give them a real scare, and then Liverpool come out on top. So I just don't think that
26 really for me. Tony versus West Ham away, I think, is a great option. I
would say Højlund against Fulham.
Well, I was just about to say Højlund's looking like he's got a nice. He's suddenly turned up into a bit of run of form at the moment. When players pick him out, so that's the frustration you're going to have. It's like the opposite of Darwin. Like Darwin gets picked out and he misses. I think if Højlund was in that position where he was in Liverpool in that lineup and getting fed all of those chances, I think Højlund would be on double digits by now easily. But unfortunately, in the United squad, he's very much just pulling players out of position for the wingers to run in to try and jiggle past and like create space, and it's just like it gets quite frustrating. But maybe now he's got on the score sheet a few times, and now it's going to be something that will help him grow his confidence and make his teammates consider passing to him more often, which is my hope anyway. But yeah, Højlund's a great option, but I think Tony might be just a little bit better of an option than Højlund, but still.
Well, Tony has the guarantee in 29 as well, doesn't he? So Tony might be the better asset, but obviously Højlund could easily bang and yeah. Yeah.
But again, you've got a bit of time to analyze and wait for news and stuff like that before that happens. But just there is options there for you and your team, and certainly you've got a very powerful, strong team, and you've got price points in the right places. So yeah, I mean, there's not much worrying to be done right at this moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But you've kind of got the idea of what you want to do with your team, and that's the right idea, I think. So just stick with the plan. And when have you got a strategy for when you're going to be using your bench boost and your triple captain, etc., etc.?
Where are you using yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this week I'm gonna probably do the triple captain Haaland.
You are doing it.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I think it's either gonna be this week or hold it until 28 and do it on Solanke.
Mm-hmm.
I may bottle it, but yeah, and then obviously the bench boost and stuff. I'm kind of like whatchamacallit, Trophy FPL. He was on Juice. Obviously Steve was there and everything. He was saying like he's not planning on those up to those game weeks, if you get what I mean. So I think I'm kind of in the same boat like that, where I'm just gonna take it as it goes, take what's in front of me now, and then if we get to say 30, 31, and I want to use my wild card, then we'll see what happens.
Well, you're certainly fine for double game week. Kaminsky.
Yeah,
Darcy.
I mean, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
This is the last question I'll ask before I get off. But you know what, Trent, would you take 30 minutes over Trent, right? If he was to say, all right, let's just say 60, right, in the double. Let's just say randomly. Would you take the 60 minutes from Trent in a double, or would you play Porro or a Stupinan, who might be guaranteed to play 90? That was the last question. If you get the Trent news.
Trent will do.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, yeah, well, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was thinking I'll just risk it, but. Yeah.
But based on the body language that Klopp gave, in my opinion, he didn't think it looked good with Trent. I think he was more frustrated with himself for maybe bringing him back too early for not the Burnley game, but the game before, which I've completely forgotten about. Who was it again? Remind me. It was... Why can't I see it? No, not Burnley.
Arsenal.
Yeah. He came back for Arsenal, didn't he? Came on or something?
Yes.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I think he's frustrated in himself that he brought him back too early due to various circumstances. I think, it was because of the death of what's his name again? Conor Bradley's father. So he was kind of forced into the circumstances to bring him back into the team, and then he's had to play him against Burnley. He's done whatever he's done to his left leg, and you could see in Klopp's face, it's just like, for fuck's sake, like. I didn't want to do this. I was forced into it. And he's just now gutted because there's a small possibility that he may not be playing in the final against Chelsea. Klopp doesn't give a shit about well, he does care about the Premier League, but he's more a cup man. And he's wanting to make sure he's got a full team for that Chelsea game at Wembley in 3 weeks' time or 2 weeks' time. And to not have Trent. Yeah, I know that Conor Bradley's a perfectly adequate replacement. I'm not thick. You are. But truth be told, Klopp would rather have just left him out for the Arsenal game, maybe have brought him on for a few minutes. And it comes to the Burnley game, exactly the same again. Just bring him on for a few minutes. Same for Brentford, then against Luton, and then bang, he's up to speed with the cup. It's the same with Salah. Salah ain't gonna. I can't imagine Klopp being that stupid and bringing Salah back immediately for the Brentford game and Luton game. He doesn't need to. Their attack is perfectly fine. Absolutely fine for now. But then when it gets to the Chelsea game, that's when Klopp will need to make a serious decision and go, well, Salah's ready. He's fully fit. He's come on the Brentford game for a few minutes. He's come in the Luton game. Now he's up against Chelsea. Do I really disrupt that front three of Diaz, Jota and Darwin? I mean, I think he should. I still think Darwin, Jota and Salah are just ridiculous because Diaz I know he scored, but from an attacking point of view, I think he's an absolute waste of space as a defender or an individual that likes to track back and run with the ball. He's amazing, but anything from an attacking point of view, you need Jota, Salah and Darwin up front, and he would love that against Chelsea. So I think in your position right now with your team, I would just leave Trent in the team. Obviously, if the news comes out that he's not fit, do you really... I mean, if I'm in your shoes, I would just bring in if I'm really that desperate for a double gaming play, you just bring in a Man City defender, surely.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, I don't think I have faith in Walker anymore. I mean, the only one that would go forward would be Ake. But I think he could easily be dropped. I mean, obviously, the only other option would be to go to Virgil, but I mean, like you said, I think if I start Trent, I could easily just take him out next week and then just reassess. So I don't know. I think what you've explained to me there is, I think, yeah, just play him, hope for the best. If nothing happens, I mean, the stupid.
Well, we're going to hear news, aren't we?
Yeah, there's likely to be news.
Yeah, exactly.
It's likely to be more information.
No early phases going to get done, so it'll be fine. I'm not going to rush out or anything.
It could be completely ruled out, and it makes your decision even easier. So just, but yeah, I think just the 30 minutes of Alexander Arnold, I agree, it's more explosive potential there than Porro. So, or opinion. Thank you for coming on, Animations.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, gents, and have a good rest of your week and evening.
Cheers, mate. I'm back to work tomorrow. Can't wait. Oh, right. Max Roberts, here we go. Max, how's it going, mate? It's been a while since we last spoke to him.
Hello.
Hello, Max. How's it going, buddy? You okay?
Yeah, not bad. How are you two?
Not bad, not bad.
Depressed. Want to end our
our live stream? No. No. It went really well until today, and Arsenal decided that they were going to slot 6 against West Ham, and Saka and Gabriel and Saliba getting crazy points to knock me back down a few 100,000 places. It's all right. Other than that, how's your weekend been, Max?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, the Arsenal result was kind of bittersweet for me because I've got Areola in goal, so that was a nice 0-pointer. But I also had Saka and Gabriel, so.
Oh, that's not bittersweet then, is it? Really?
I can't really complain too much.
There's no bitterness there. I think most you're probably hoping for from Areola going into that was 2 points anyway, wasn't it? And the fact that Gabriel and Saka have got 30 points. So
I think Gabriel is kind of like those points are just written off sort of thing, just because most people have got either Gabriel or Saliba and they both scored. So whereas
most people don't have Gabriel or Saliba.
They're not.
A lot of people. No, I don't think most people.
I think they do, Jace. I think they have Gabriel.
Well, I don't.
think a lot of people, in fact,
well, I don't.
19% of the game own Gabriel alone.
19% of the game.
Yeah, and then you think about how many people within mini leagues own him, and I've seen Gabriel all over the place.
And a lot of the others tend to own Saliba, and they both scored. So,
yeah, 20% of the league started him for the Tour Elite. That owned him. 20% of the league started him. So yeah, I mean it's 20%. I mean owned overall 19.4. So 32% in the Tour Elite owned him. 20% actually played him. In the YouTube chat league, when it comes to Gabriel, 52% of the whole of the YouTube chat league owned him. 44% actually started him.
How many played Saliba though? Because they got the same amount of points.
Okay. Saliba. Yeah, but Saliba is annoying. I got him out, and he didn't do anything for me for ages, and then all of a sudden, I get him out, and it's like, oh, great. Who owns Saliba? I'm trying to find someone that actually has him in their team. There's not many people at all I'm seeing here that have got Saliba in their team. In fact,
yeah,
it's mainly Gabriel. It's mainly Gabriel.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Saliba owned in the league. 20% in the league owned him on the YouTube chat league. 14% started him. Ooh. So there we go. That's gonna hurt.
So like a third of managers had an Arsenal defender that scored, basically.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I mean, the nice thing for me is obviously people have been getting rid of Saka, and that obviously bore fruit today. The 2 goals, which was nice. My transfer this week was I brought Jota in. He scored again. Captain Haaland. I've had a pretty good week, to be honest. Got Palmer left to play.
Well, put it this way, the people that come on the show to talk about their teams have blasted myself and Steve out of the water in terms of game week score. So excuse us if we don't have any sympathies for your Watkins or your Solanke. It's very, very good.
You can't sit here and expect all of your players to bank all the time. It's just not feasible. Like, this is the second week I've benched Gross, and he's had a double-digit haul both times.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on your bench. I was like, oof.
What are you doing for the double game week? You've got 4.
So I've planned out the next 3 or 4 weeks. So this week is bringing Darwin for Solanke. And I'm still debating my triple captain. It's either going to be Haaland this week or it's going to be Solanke in 28. I'm not sure which one I'm going with yet.
Right.
So if I don't hit the triple captain this week, it'll be in 28. I've still got all my other chip wildcard bench boost free hit. But my team's set up quite nicely. I'm kind of happy to go into the double game week with 5. I've got Bell, but I don't know if I want to play him. So that would be 6.
Who?
I'm just not convinced on Luton's fixtures.
He's got Bell.
Oh, Bell. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. Yeah.
So I guess I've technically got 6, but I'm not sure if I actually want to play him or not.
No, I mean, this specific game, Trippier at home to Bournemouth, isn't it? Arsenal at home, away at Burnley, and obviously you'd have Walker playing for the double.
Yeah, I think Trippier is the better shout.
So my team would be as it is, except Darwin for Solanke, and I would play Gross over Palmer. That's the only difference.
Mm.
And then for the game week 26, I'm going to bring in either Neto or Chan, which will be for Jota. And then in 27, it will be that might.
I think Hwang is the one to bring in.
Yeah, that he's coming in 26.
Mm.
And then I may end up rolling and bench Hwang that week and play Palmer and Gross. So, like, as it stands, I've been, pretty fortunate the way my team is set up to kind of manage these weeks without any chips. Whether that's going to be the best strategy or not, I don't know, but I've been fortunate enough that I've built the team so that I can get through these weeks without having to take hits or go, oh my God, I haven't got any players, I've got a free hit this week. And I'm just going to kind of, like Animation said, I'm just going to kind of take it week by week and see how it goes. But that's kind of a 3-week plan. I'm just going to go from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slowly moving up the ranks. I think I'm on like 500k now. So
even though your plan with Solanke makes complete sense regarding the double, i.e. Potentially triple captain against Sheffield United and Luton, their form has been terrible. Lose to Liverpool. Admittedly, they beat Swansea 5-0, but then they draw against West Ham, draw against Nottingham Forest, lose to Fulham. Then they got Newcastle away next. Again, Solanke is one of the only few options.
Solanke will be coming back in 27 or 28. The debate is whether I use my triple captain on him or whether I use it on Haaland. Yeah,
that's my point. It's you either go against the popular choice of Haaland, which is, as it stands right now, I am for the triple captaincy, or B, you risk it on a player who's playing for a team that are not really in any form of form at the moment.
So I guess for me, my debate is that I was looking at all the stats and stuff, and if you wanted to play 2 teams at home in the entire league, it would be both the teams that Bournemouth have got in that week: Sheffield United at home and Luton at home. They're in the top 3 worst defensive. Both of them conceded the most goals. So that makes me lean towards Solanke, regardless of form.
Solanke are coming in for me, telling you that much.
Regardless of if he's on form, Bournemouth on form, those 2 defences are terrible.
Mm.
And ultimately, I expect most people to captain Solanke this week. In 28, and most people to captain Haaland this coming week as well.
Yeah, maybe even triple captain. You never know.
Yeah. So I'm really 50-50 on it. I can't decide. And we've had debates in the Hangouts on it, and some people are strongly against it. Some of us are in favour. It's a difficult one, and he's on penalties as well. It's not like I'm captaining a Bournemouth midfielder that's not on penalties, and he's going to get 90 minutes both games. So Haaland may have reduced minutes. If they go 3-0 up and they've got Champions League in the week, then do they bring Haaland off at 60?
Yeah, I mean, we have this every season. Come on, let's not lose.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think there's no debate that
the effective ownership is like
more minutes.
It's like I wouldn't even want to guess the percentage of the effective ownership and the pressure that's going to be on people that choose to go against the Haaland captaincy next week. I think everyone that's in a respectable league position is going to go with it purely from a safety point of view. It's simple as that. I just don't see anyone trying to do a maverick move again. I know obviously Steve-O went with Jota and just kind of slightly got out of jail with that one. Normally if you try to go against the crowd and that pressure and that the damage that can be done is pretty crazy when everyone's going to be going on Haaland. So I get what you're saying, but I think that there's always a chance that Pep's going to rotate and we've seen it year in year out. But let's not also forget that where Man City are at the moment in the title race, this title race isn't anywhere near done and dusted, and it's a very open league. So I think that Pep's going to be more inclined to play his best available team. He can't afford to throw in the youngsters on a regular basis this season, I don't believe. I think Liverpool, I haven't got the fixtures up in front of me, but I think it's going to be a very wide open remaining 12 game weeks.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't disagree. If you were to ask me now what the difference in points be between Haaland and Solanke, I don't think there's going to be more than 5. This might
13.
come back to bite me. It might be, might not be, but that's how I feel as it stands.
I think it's in the back of everyone's mind, they feel the same as you really, like, let's be honest. But what can you do? I guess
another question is, like, if you were chasing rank, what rank would you have to be to go Solanke over Haaland?
Where I am.
Max, it all comes down to something that I've said time and time again, and you may have heard me say it, like if you are really like unable to catch your mini league rivals, or if you really think like, I've got an idea of a differential captain to Haaland, say in this double or beyond, and you've justified it in your own mind, then just and you're not going to beat yourself up about it. Like, it's all about mental thing, because if you're the sort of person that will beat yourself up about making a plan that doesn't work out, then just stick with Haaland. But if you're the kind of person that's like happy to take risks and roll with the punches and not beat yourself up essentially and quit, like not quit but get enraged by it, then just have a bit of fun and roll the dice. What other choice have you got? When everyone's flocking to the same players, and the obvious captain's choice each week is becoming clearer and clearer, then I can understand that. And I would say that there's a very few, let's be honest, there's few people in a percentile that will, have the balls to do it first and foremost, but also not implode under their own anger if it doesn't work out and make mistakes, because that's another thing people do, is things don't go well. They do end up doing stuff in anger, like making transfers or not focusing on what their overall plan is. So, it's really circumstantial is the answer to your question, Max. Like, if you can live with your decision, then do it. If you can't, if you find that you need to have safety and maybe just have differentials that aren't your captains, then maybe do it that way. But yeah, it comes down to mentality, mate, at the end of the day. You know as well as I do, there's a lot of FPL managers that are fickle, and if things don't go well for them, you don't see them again.
Yeah, my mindset is that if I believe in something enough, I'll go for it, and it won't bother me either way if it's gone wrong.
As Dalboy Trotter would say, my son, you got to EU dares wins.
He also said he'd be a millionaire this time next year, and I'm still struggling. But yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it can also be really exciting if you do something like that. That's and say Haaland does blank and then gets benched for the second game. You kind of going into that game that particular day with a massive grin on your face, thinking, yes, like that payoff is great, but bloody hell, that is a big risk to take, you know. But sometimes that's where the fun comes into the game. Like if you've not got anything else to play for and you're 8th, 10th, 12th, 15th place in your mini league, and you wanna try and last ditch of a dice run towards the end of the season, that might be the way to do it. But you will be in the minority. Just be warned. And if it doesn't pay off, just.
If it doesn't pay off, you won't see me again. Yeah.
Yeah. If we don't see you again.
I think at the minute I'm still on the fence, but my risk is going to come later in the season because I think I'm going to be able to save my chips, as in the free hit and the wild cards. I think that's where I'm going to take my gambles later in the season. But for now, it's just going to be try and play smart and see where I'm going.
Absolutely, man. Max, you're a star, man, and it's great to speak to you again after.
No worries.
It's been a few months, isn't it?
You say this every time, and I'm on like 2 weeks previous. We were talking about
before Christmas. Wasn't it before Christmas that we spoke to you, or no?
No, because I was chatting to you about my surgery about 3 weeks ago. Was it maybe?
Was that really 3 weeks ago? I honestly,
I don't think it was that long. Yeah.
My concept of time is just balked. It really is. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I don't even know what year are we in now. Oh God.
2025.
Yeah. Max, you're a star, man. Thanks for being here with us, and we'll speak to you again soon, hopefully.
Yeah, no problem, fellas. Take it easy. I'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
I'm just
Max
looking
Roberts,
at
everybody.
the history between. I mean, I knew this anyway, but the history between Man City and Chelsea it's not looking good for Chelsea. Although there is a lot of ones. 1-0.
People in the chat asking where's Matty Win-a-lot.
1-0. I'm expecting those games to be. I mean, we had the 4-4 between Chelsea and Man City this season, which was in November, and we also had a 4-0 back in 2020 last year in January in the FA Cup. So, barring those two, they've actually been really low scoring. Man City 1, Chelsea 0, Chelsea 0, Man City 1, Man City 2, Chelsea 0, Man City 1, Chelsea 0. But I'm expecting Chelsea to potentially lose 4 or 5-0. It all depends on what happens in the game between Man City and... Are they they're away, Man City, in the Copenhagen match? Yeah, they are. They're actually away from home. And they're against Brentford, a team they don't like. Could be one way you say... I mean, are you playing your chip?
I'm not telling you anything, Steve-O, because I am going to leave you...
It doesn't really matter, does it? Anymore?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got some more comments in the chat. So yeah, people talking about Matty Win-a-lot not being here. Now, it may or may not be to do with the fact he's not had a great game week. I do not know. I do not know Matty in the real world, so I haven't had a chance to speak to him. So the chat have decided that maybe on themselves. Triple captain is only one extra score. Yeah, I mean triple captain is not the be all and end all, to be honest, especially if you're using it on the same captain as everyone else.
The thing, if it's the same, yeah.
If it's the same, I mean, if you did do something crazy like Solanke for the other double, I mean, it could be complete. But again, people are going to be captaining him. So yeah, again, if you're doing something different, like for example, this game week, if you triple captained Saka or something, then yeah, I mean, it's different.
Are we overlooking Liverpool players? I mean, we're all talking Man City, rightfully so, but Liverpool have got Brentford away, which again I expect to be I don't think
anyone's overlooking Liverpool. I think everyone's going to have 3 Liverpool, aren't they?
I mean, from a captaincy point of view,
I think
no one's even. I mean, I get the fact they're really scared of going against Man City. I get all that, but looking at the history, it's not particularly great for Man City against Brentford or.
I think
Chelsea, whereas Liverpool against Brentford, there's a lot of 3s, 3-3, 3-0, 3-1, 3-0.
Yelena's going to triple captain Solanke, apparently. Maybe unless I'm reading into it wrong, of course.
Well, I'm going to look at the history between these teams and see what.
It's not the be all and end all. Like the triple captaincy chip is literally just,
Well, yeah, but if you put it on a player like Solanke, which a lot of people won't be doing, and he does get a couple of goals, let's say 3 attacking returns across those 2 fixtures.
But he will be like the overwhelming favourite captaincy pick, won't he?
But he won't be a player that a lot of people own. There's a huge difference. You've got to remember that as well.
Mate, people are going to be taking -4s, -8s, getting him in. Senesi as well, defence, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I will be going Haaland. I'm not fun at all. Safety in numbers, right? I went from 939k to 1.3 million since yesterday, 2 bloody games. It's called Arsenal 6, West Ham 0. That's basically what's happened. He's had a bad week, 43 points with Palmer left. I mean, yes, you got to take it. You can't have great game weeks all the time, obviously. But yeah, Paulie, we all know what happens when you don't have a good game week, mate. We don't see you for all season, mate. Generally think I could go Solanke. Animation says, I mean, go for it, man. I wish anyone the best of luck if they're going to do that. Genuinely. Yeah, so people are asking about Super Cup. Yeah, we can talk about Super Cup. Is there anything else we've not talked about? I think no one else is in the waiting room. Paulie, come in the waiting room. Talk to us about your team. Let's know how you did. Paulie's top of the trophy league at the moment. You know that, Steve-O?
I'm not aware, no.
Only because Firetog's just thrown it in there.
But he has had a very good wild card, to be fair. It's done better than yours.
Yeah, you told me that earlier on. Thanks for that, Steve-O. Making my game. Just, Steve-O decides that he's going to send me a message earlier on today, and I was trying to enjoy my Sunday, and he turned around and said, "You're officially down on points regarding your wildcard team," which, when you think about it, is mental. Yeah, cheers, Steve-O.
It is, though. It's considering how many points you got yesterday.
However, because of price changes, you're set for the double game week. Like me, I bet if you have wildcard this week, you wouldn't have any Luton in it. I don't know. Maybe I would. I think Luton would come back.
Would you? I wouldn't. I wouldn't be going anywhere near Luton if I was. I still think my wildcard's fine. Like I'm not. I mean, it's one freaking game that screwed me. I mean that 27 points that Saliba and Saka have brought in is annoying. But it's what it is. Dale's getting off the bench, would you believe?
It's yeah, I mean, wow, yeah. He needs all the points he can get at the moment, to be fair. So yes. Let's talk about the leagues, shall we? Briefly. So we've got the YouTube chat league. Hold My Beer, Harry Dawson's at the top of the chat league. He's bench boosted. He's got out of jail.
How's that gone?
Actually, wasn't so great. He bench boosted because he did captained Darwin. So he got 70. He's got 79 points at the moment because he did a -4. He had Gabriel on his bench, but the rest of his bench, he's got 7 points from the remaining 3: Kaminsky, Trippier, and Garnacho. 1-4-2. So
to be fair, that ain't bad. Getting 19 points from your bench. I mean, I'd be lucky to get 9 points from a bench boost. So 19.
Yeah, but a lot of it. I mean, again, he's still got Palmer to play. I'm seeing teams getting that amount of points right now, just at 11, and I'm thinking, was it the optimal game week for him to bench boost, being so high? He's top 10k at the moment. Only time will tell. Again, he's rolled the dice on the bench boost. Again, I think the bench boost is much more important than the triple captain. Gary, also known as Hardboy, second place in the chat league. Madeline Tudor, third place. And if we quickly go into the trophy league, I will double check it, but Paulie is top of the trophy league. He used his wild card this week. He's got a game week net of 87 points. He captained Haaland, no surprise there. He had points from Saka, Ake, and Gabriel. Just brilliant. 87 points game week net. Well done to him. Lewis Allen, second place in the Trophy League, and Patrick Corbett down to third. He was, of course, top. Right, let's go to the Rivals League, and in that league we've got Ayush top of that, with Gary second, and the Flying Dutchman this Strick in third. He always likes it when I pronounce his name wrong. The Members League, Matty T top of that, followed by Harry Dawson, and then Harbour Boy. The Mod League, we've got Hard Boy top of that, Paulie second, Dan in third. Community League is Patrick. Still no, he's not. Patrick's second in the Community League. I think that's the leagues. Super Cup. Let's get Super Cup up on the screen. Mindful that not everyone knows what Super Cup is. Steve, do you want to quickly explain what it is for people that don't know what it is?
It's an unofficial version and a better version of the FPL Cup. Members of the Discord community, thanks to Firetog's spreadsheet, are entered into a World Cup group stage style tournament, and there's a round of 10 matches. They play head-to-heads, and then after that they go into the last 64, and then so on and so forth until we reach the final, Jace. Absolutely.
And up on the screen now you can see what's going on in that. Group A, Matty Winlot's top of that for the moment. Dan Bull second in 12 points. Lino third in 9 with Clickers closely following behind. We've got Group B, Max Roberts top of that. So just on a moment ago as a caller. Rodrigo Mimoso second place. Madeline Tudor third with 9 points. 15, 12, 9 points. So yeah, still very much enough games for them for Madeline or Dara to jump up into that top 2. We've got Group C. We've got Firetog top of that. What No Graphics both on 15 points. Danish Doughboy on 9. Any Chance at FPL on 6. Lost Guy on 6. Group D, Karma Babies top of that with joint top with Leo, FPL Leo. Only tie breaks coming in there. Star Wars Dan in third. Again, tie breaks, 12 points. Just out of the top 2. But we've still got four game weeks to go. Group E, Mad Titans top of that, 12 points. Dread FPL 10. The Don on 9 along with Black Flag. Group F, we've got Notorious on 18. Mafios Yeshi on 9 along with Nuclear Atoms and Abdul. So it's very close in Group F. Group G, the one that I'm in, somehow, oh my god, Group G, Steve-O, Frenchy FPL is on 15. Group G is wide open. The group that I'm in. I'm 5th, but I'm on 9 points along with Simix, Sultan Saeed and Brendan Saunders. So I'm technically joint second.
Just written in the chat that there's going to be next week is going to be the time when certain individuals won't be able to qualify. And I think you can already put a grey mark Firetog against Brew, to be honest with you.
Who's he then? Yeah, Frenchy FPL is pretty in a good spot there in Group G. Brendan, Sultan, myself and Simix all are very much fighting for that second spot. Group H, we've got Ragav top, 20 titles. Second place, all on 12 points here. Jacko, Harry Dawson, very, very wide open group. This is crazy, Group H. Wow, just ridiculous how close it is, Group H. Any of those 4 really could easily go through. Group I, we've got Emil Smith Joe on 11 points, PM on 10, Atletico Bilal on 9, Nick Sharp on 9. Group J, we've got KDB 17 on 15 points, Jones Blake on 10, John Harris on 9, Infamous on 9, Gabriel Ropp on 9. So again, very close. Mentioned also to Kazali, he's not out of Group I, but Blonde, she's running out of opportunities, Blonde, to get a chance of a bit of silverware. Group K, Denver is top of that with 12 points. Steve-O, yourself have dropped. I think you were top, weren't you, last week?
Well, hold on. Can I just I'm playing Denver this week, and this is just ridiculous. His score, I got 40. What did I get this week? 44, something like that. I'm on 43 points.
Yeah.
He's on 46.
Ooh.
And yet,
has he got
his
Palmer,
team Yeah, he's got Palmer.
Oh,
yeah.
So it doesn't matter then.
But yeah, no, it doesn't. But his team, like, when I look at this guy who 2 millionth in the world, so he's even worse than me. Dubravka in goal, Dan Byrne. Who else is there? On his bench, Gordon.
Denver, I think Steve-O's calling you out, mate.
Zinchenko on the...
He doesn't... He's disrespecting your team. Yeah? He's 2 million overall rank. Give him a bit of slack. Yeah, I've got his team up here now. It's not very good. Denver, sort yourself out, mate. You can't have Steve-O beating you. Cool K on 9, Abu Dhabi on 9, Shakalaka Mekaleka on 9. Group L, we got Faded Raz on 18, followed by Feremi FC with 12 points. PK7, Peter Scullion, and Warfare are then below. With realistically PK7 the one that's gonna have the best opportunity to try and get into that second place spot. Group M, we've got Plastovo on 15, Adulis on 12. They seem to be cementing their place, tops first two. Christian Walsh will have something to say about that, along with Nick, though, on 9 points. So, again, a couple of good wins against their opponents. They could get into the top spots. Cy Bellamy, also known as the best, top Group N, 15 points, Jay on 12. Buffy, 9, JC on 6, along with Ben and Manish. Group O, we've got Ayush, top of that with on tiebreak with Callum, 15 points apiece. Danny, Hangouts regular on 12 points, will have the opportunity to try and dethrone one of Callum or Ayush. Scotty D on 9, Elsmore C on 3, and Milan Milic yet to pick up any points. Very unfortunate. Harbour Boy in Group P leads on 18 points. Crypto FPL on 12 points in second place. Paul Lee, 9 points in third. Zvonko with 6 points. Ramanathan with 6 points. Sosa Sanjay, pretty much grey amount.
It just say a lot when you've got someone like Paul Lee doing exceptionally well this season, and yet he's third. And yet Crypto, and Harbour Boy's doing very well himself. And Crypto, he is overall rank of 2.3 million, and yet he's ahead of Paul Lee. Doesn't it just show everything about head to head? There's always a chance for someone to win with Elite FPL.
Yep.
Always a chance.
Will you be doing a meet and greet, says the FPLG? Probably the only chance you've got chance really of doing a meet and greet with any of us is Steve-O in a 5-side tournament that probably is coming up with FPL Juice is my gut feeling on that. But
a meet and greet? What?
I mean, just go to their 5-a-side event and then go look for the big tall guy with tattoos. And there we go. That can be the meet and greet. I forgot to ask, but is this? I was watching Traitors before coming on this. I'm addicted to it. I'm watching the Australian Traitors at the moment. No spoilers, please. And do you know if they got all the people that they needed to do the FPL Traitors?
No, you need to email them. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm just interested.
I generally don't know
because I love that show.
If you want me to message James, I'll happily do so right now. But you need to be a physical person to come down here and play the game.
I would absolutely love it.
I think Yellen is involved, and I'm sure Az will be involved as well.
I would absolutely love it because I love that game so much. I think it's a great idea.
I'll message him for you. Why not?
Right, Steve. So we got Shagir saying I need to win every week from here, referring to Super Cup, I believe. People are getting too close, far behind to qualify by. Yeah, some will be grayed out. So yeah, next week then we'll start to see them. Yeah, Milan Milic is in the chat. Milan, what's going on? Hard group. I bench boosted this week, 23 points. Just couldn't suss the best 11. I bench boosted this week, 23 points. Nice one, Geordie Kev. Very good. You two have a great friendship. It's great to watch, says Glenn. Thank you. It's purely based through FPL, isn't it, Steve-O?
Yeah.
Are we even friends?
Yeah.
Like, we're just like we this is what's brought us together essentially. We're friends through a friend initially, and we've just.
Oh, Dan was here. I don't know why he hasn't joined us.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Isn't it? The original host can't be bothered. Why would he?
Right. So where are we? What we doing now? Okay, we're getting late. Right, it's gone 9 o'clock, and I think in all seriousness, I think the conclusion to this is the basic points are: if you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, you just wait on the news. If you don't own him, don't even bother worrying about him at all. If you've got 5 double game week players and all of them are to do with Liverpool and Man City, I think you're in a perfectly good spot. You don't desperately need to be bringing in Tony. You definitely don't need any Luton players. I can tell you that for free. And other than that, Man United are the team to genuinely be jumping on board, and that's exactly what I'll be doing for game week 26, Jace. Wow, I've already got 3 Man United in, but one of them could be out.
Yeah.
And on that note,
you couldn't make it up, could you?
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great remainder of your Sunday night. Look after yourselves. Be good to each other, and we'll see you for the preview, which will be announced at some point in the near future, probably on Friday. It will be on Friday.
Yeah, I think it'll be Friday.
Yeah, I got band practice on Thursday, so yeah. All right, have a good one, guys. We've got a fan in the chat, Steve-O. Is that you on your alt account?
Fans.
Is that you on your alt account? Right, see you later.
Steve-O.
It's one of the FPL juice guys, isn't it? See you later. Bye.